trying to be paranoid about, this and that, but I'm becoming more conscious about, where I eat certain foods. Like, if I eat something that's imported, then I'm under the impression that, there's a certain, DNA that comes with, the people that handle the food. And some items, like, say, corn, that you might shuck corn, certain, almost like finger foods, like certain foods that, you're going to pretty much have certain hands on it. And the same way they do like cheek cell swabs to like gather DNA. DNA is shed easy from your hands and your cheek cells, really pretty much your whole body for that matter. And with that being the case, I'm more conscious about like certain foods I eat. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I will pretty much eat, but I'm doing veggies now. But that does not free me from, what I'm saying, the liability of certain movie the Jess of the Avatar, technical properties and attributes of portions of body, redistributions of power and things like that. So I'm pretty much just looking at it like if I come in contact with foreign, matter. I mean, I'm just saying like, anything that's, that I'm not exposed to on a daily basis, then that means it's a liability to my, stasis or my homeostasis or, status quo of, normality. So with that being the case, I'm pretty much more apt to turn down or just walk by or pass by certain, things that have genetic qualities different from my own that might be adverse, to, my well-being. I mean, I'm beating around the bush, literally beating around the bush, as in not trying to, be up in every bush. I'm just saying. But like, I'm just pretty much saying like I have to be more discretionary, with what I do these days. I just feel like as far as like, there was that movie called Slither, and my man was like, yo, why they doing all that spitting? Like, they was doing a lot of spitting and stuff. It's like spitting and coughing. It's like a way of transferring genetic properties, DNA. Certain DNA can actually, like a seed can just land on something and just take root, anywhere. And then too, like, with that being the case, as being, a possibility, there's also the fact that my man just said that, he said 50% of Americans are without running water. And he said that most of the jobs they have do not, pay them enough to pay all their bills. So, I mean, things that we took for granted, like water, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, me personally, I used to be like, yo, I ain't gonna get dirty. I get dirtier trying to not get dirty. And when I don't care about getting dirty, I don't get dirty. But I don't want to take for granted, water. Matter of fact,
stop requested.
I gotta get some more water now, in terms of like drinking water, because I feel like through the course of a day, I'm gonna start adding like a little bit of they put chlorine in the city water and in swimming pools. That's basically a code word for bleach. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the old-fashioned ways are pretty much just as, potent and as useful as some of the new fandangled, ways of doing stuff. And then too, like, with that being, said, I'm not averse or against, like what Trump said, put a little cap full of bleach in your water. It's basically salt. Salt is sodium chloride. Bleach is sodium hydrochloride. It's basically a liquid form of concentrated salt water is what bleach is. That's why when you see people washing their clothes, they wash their clothes on a washboard, the salt water. The salt water disinfects, which is the reason why most of the world's water is salt water, to disinfect. And salt water and fresh water don't mix. I just realized that. They have natural boundaries where when a tributary of fresh water empties out into the salt water, it's almost like there's a settling of the salt that gives you a final position or disposition. You know what I'm saying? It's based upon the salt. So even though the waters don't mix, the actual silts and pieces of salt, they have a path they take to settle, to form sediments, before the salt is sedentary, more so, wherever it's going to rest for, for the majority of the time. But yeah, like I was saying though, I'm starting to be more careful and wary about, certain foods. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I like pinto beans. I love pinto beans. You know what I'm saying? I love pinto beans. But I gotta be more careful of certain things. And then not to say that I won't eat what I gotta eat when I gotta eat it. It just means that I will be more aware of it as much as I can possibly be. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like when you monitor, the status quo to make sure the environment hasn't changed too much. And I'm gonna say this one last thing before I sign off. Some parts are being terraformed, which means that they said that in North Carolina, a couple of counties are going to stop doing car inspections. So be not surprised if the quality of air begins to diminish, and then that makes your physical activity a little bit more limited for as much as certain things we take for granted. My man Earthquake made a joke saying, I'm going to put my air in somebody else's name. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're going to start charging for air in a minute. But that being the case, you know what I'm saying? They start charging for air. I know I ain't going to have no money for no damn cigarette.